There comes a moment in every connection, romantic, social, or professional, when something inside you quietly shifts. At first, you're the one reaching out. You reply quickly. You explain yourself. You show patience. You try to prove that you're genuine, that your presence holds value. You believe that if you stay consistent long enough, they'll see your heart, that your sincerity will be enough. So you give. You show up. You remain open, vulnerable, hopeful, because that's what connection is supposed to require. Effort, honesty, and care. But then, something changes. The energy you once gave so freely no longer returns to you. You feel it. That quiet distance growing. That subtle imbalance that words can't quite fix. And one day, you simply stop. Not because you're angry. Not because you've given up. But because you've finally understood. You've realized that connection cannot be forced. That no amount of explaining, proving, or chasing will make someone meet you where your heart already stands waiting. That moment is called clarity. And clarity feels a lot like peace. You begin to see things as they are, not as you wish they were. You stop asking why. You stop replaying every word in your mind. You stop trying to heal what was never meant to last. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Notice what he didn't say. He didn't say you must be loved back, understood back, or valued back. He spoke of the act of loving, not the guarantee of return. The Stoics understood something we often forget. That peace doesn't come from being chosen, it comes from choosing yourself. You start to learn the power of silence, the strength in doing nothing, the calm in no longer explaining your worth to people committed to misunderstanding it. You realize that closure doesn't come from others, it comes from within. That walking away doesn't mean you stopped caring, it means you finally started caring about yourself. Detachment isn't bitterness, it's clarity. It's the understanding that not everyone can meet you at the depth you live in. And that's okay. When you stop forcing things, you create space for what's real. When you stop chasing what's fading, you make room for what's meant to stay. And in that stillness, you grow. You begin to understand that not everything lost is a loss, that sometimes being left out of certain stories is God's way of protecting your peace. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it so you stop defending your peace. You start living it. You no longer react to every insult, every silence, every shift in energy. You become steady, calm, grounded. You no longer need to prove your value in places that fail to see it. And that's when true strength begins, not when you fight to be understood, but when you can stand in misunderstanding and still be kind. When you can be ignored and still wish them well. When you can lose people without losing yourself. So when that quiet moment comes, when something inside you finally whispers, enough. Listen, that's not weakness, that's awakening. That's the soul remembering its worth. Because peace doesn't come from holding on tighter. Peace begins the moment you let go and trust that what's meant for you will never need chasing.